Monday.
Happy Monday indeed, y'all. Welcome back to Mitú Daily Live. I'm Alejo.
And I'm Daniela. Jenny's not here today, but she will be back. I'm just here for the day. I'm usually over there.
Yeah, you're over. Oh, and speaking of over there, who do we got over there today?
What's up, guys? Gene checking in.
Joel, first time up. Put me in, coach.
Hey.
Cheeseman Corner is looking dapper today.
The bro corner over there, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Locker room.
I like to see it though. So we are live? Sorry, this is my first time, guys. I hope I'm not embarrassing the team. Pero, all right. So as always, got a lot of news to cover. First up, what we got?
Well, there's a phone ban
we're doing
happening. There is a phone ban happening, you guys, and the children are going to be living it, okay? LAUSD has implemented a district-wide ban on cell phones, smartwatches, and smart glasses in the classroom, which is, by the way, the second largest district in the United States is LAUSD, if you didn't know.
I didn't know that. Well, thank you. And the policy will go into effect tomorrow, Tuesday, 24th. And this ban was actually in the works since last year, right? Got approved in June.
Yeah.
They voted on it, and I guess they were getting set up, and now it's happening.
So, okay, there are exceptions, and they're going to be made for students who actually need the devices for translation purposes or learning disabilities.
Mm-hmm. And each campus in the district can choose how to manage the students' devices. So maybe be like, hey, put it in your backpack, or they have a locked container or classroom holders. So I guess, everyone's a little different, every school.
I want to see the test scores after they ban them.
Will this be good for them?
Y'all learning or y'all cheating? I don't know.
So you think it's a good move?
I think might be a good move.
I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
I mean,
no more ChatGPT, no more Googling.
Exactly.
Who
no more
uses
distractions.
ChatGPT on their phone? Respectfully, you can pull that up on your computer.
I'll be working for NASA if ChatGPT was around in school. I promise you. I'd be in.
You wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here. I'd be in space.
Well, they say C's get degrees or whatever.
Yeah,
C's and D's.
I used to say that when I was in college,
Yeah.
and well, I didn't finish college.
Well, there you go, guys.
But,
what do you think?
Okay.
Like you're the younger one, so we've been in this.
I'm the younger one. My phone was banned. I would get detention if I whipped it out at my high school.
Pause.
I also got detention when I.
All right, go ahead. So.
Sorry about that.
At school, they would.
And the inner mother in me, like I'm so far from doing that, but I want my kid to be able to pick up the phone and call me if there's something going down on campus. Like, is that not the purpose of my kid having a phone?
It was for emergencies.
It's for emergencies. I mean, that's why I got my first phone. It also was for me to be like, Mom, pick me up. Like, I'm done. Like, please be on time. But I do think there's a genuine reality to living in 2025 after all of these events have happened at schools where things go south and you need to get a hold of your parent.
Exactly. I mean, I say for social, the pew control, it's not in control.
Yeah.
And so now as a parent, I'm like, yo, when my kid goes to school, I want to talk to them if something goes down, because if they lock up the phone, I have to wait for the teacher to be like, hey, so a blast email from the district, or what do you guys think? I mean, I don't know.
I was about to say, like, you remember our time, all our phones did was make phone calls back then. So you could have taken our phones away. We wouldn't care. But these kids nowadays, they have internet, social media.
I mean, these kids will run back into a burning building to get their cell phone. Like, they're so attached to it. It's ridiculous. So I think in a situation like what you were just saying, it's negative. You know what I mean? Like, phones are going to go off. They're going to track stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's better for them just to be present in the moment.
Yeah.
And just
She had a great idea. Drop an app that lets them, you can't access the phone.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
cool.
there's systems you can install where you basically, like, your phone is locked on lockdown for like a couple of hours.
Oh, like screen time kind of
thing. Yeah, But then again, that's a lot. And honestly, I'm kind of team kids having phones, but maybe that's just because I'm young.
I mean, just put it in the backpack and like have it there. Like when we were going, like I didn't get mine until junior high, and like you said, we didn't text because it was 10 cents a text.
Exactly.
I get in trouble.
Call me after 9. I'm not even in school. I'm home. I can't
Yeah.
talk. Like nobody's taking my phone away.
Well, I wonder if this will like decrease brain rot and what this will do.
I think it might backfire because they're gonna want to hold off on it until after school, and they're like,
and they're just gonna crash out like after and not do their homework. You know what? I'm interested to check in on this in a couple of months.
But that's the parents, like right there. You're the parents' responsibility after school. So
true.
Well,
you're right.
Gentlemen, Mr. Gene, I know you have a story for us.
Yes, I do. So guys, it's end of an era.
What's
We're losing Hooters.
Hooters?
So Hooters is preparing to file for bankruptcy amid declining foot traffic. The company has already closed multiple underperforming locations and they're blaming market conditions. I think the true winners in them closing are strip clubs. They got to be happy hearing Hooters is closing.
they're pulling their people back.
Exactly. Yeah. And don't want to say anything, but like it's been a bad year for owls. Duolingo.
Ooh,
What's their mascot?
The owl.
Drake.
OVO owl.
Oh.
And now Hooters, bro.
They come in 3, bro. That's what they say, right? Or they go in 3. I don't know.
If your brand has an owl in it, ditch it, bro.
Rebrand.
Hootsuite?
Yep.
Sorry,
But the OG Hooter Gooner has spoken. So Devin Booker tweeted a bunch about Hooters when he was a kid. And my guy's been in pain since the news dropped.
I had no idea.
Wow.
He was a Hooter head,
He's
bro.
down
He was a
bad for
Hooter head.
Hooters.
At Hooters
that.
chilling.
Oh, just yesterday he said, please don't go Hooters.
In his bag. So you know he has memories there. Definitely has memories there.
Could he save Hooters?
Investor.
At least the one by him, right?
Brand ambassador.
Keep the one near you up and running and just
Hooters partnership?
fix the food, honestly, because that's
What's wrong with the food? It is wings.
food is ass, bro. Come on,
Really?
man. I
What
promise you, if they had a better menu, they'd still be around.
Is it wings
Like-
and burgers?
It's burgers, wings,
It
fries.
could be all that. It's just not good.
You think people go to Hooters for the food? You
I
go to
would.
Hooters for the food.
I would.
Big
Like
bag.
like that spot, Leland. What's that spot?
Oh yeah, what's the spot?
Oh, okay. So you think if they were more like Ojos Locos,
There you go.
they might
There
have
you
a
go.
chance.
Like, give me some good food and my eyes can go crazy afterwards, you know? But
Ojos Locos, for those that don't know, it's that, whatever's on the screen.
Okay.
It's like a, I guess, Latino Hooters. Wait, it says wings on the sign too? Tacos, cerveza, and wings.
come on.
So you think that's what Hooters needed tacos in the mix? And then
that's
they're
what I'm
good?
saying. Add a couple things to the menu and y'all wouldn't go bankrupt, bro.
I mean, Ojos Locos has a splash of color. You know what I mean? Like, Hooters is very antiquated. Hooters was all about the frontal presentation. Ojos Locos, I feel like we have front and back, a little thicker, a little, a little darker. So it's just like appeals a little more to like this generation.
So Hooters didn't move with the times, you guys saying?
Exactly.
Yes.
They kind of.
And this Ojo Locos you speak of, I wanna check it out.
I've
never been.
but I'm down.
Wait, I thought you said you know a guy that...
I know a guy that works there, but I haven't pulled up on him.
Oh.
But hey, he's happy every time I see him. He loves work.
Interesting. All right, well, maybe Ojos Locos can come up and take over the Hooters that's out here that's been down for a minute.
Bro, I'll be there, grand opening. I'll cut the ribbon with
Oh,
them.
man. All right, well, enough Hooters talk. Joel, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, there's a hot new relationship in Hollywood, and it's not who you would expect.
Oh,
Okay.
hard launch?
Yeah, hard launch. So it's
Please don't.
actually Netflix. They're getting into bed with Mexico. Netflix has committed to $1 billion investment in Mexico's TV and film industry. This was announced by Netflix co-CEO and Mexico's president on February 20th, so a few days
the
ago.
president in there.
La presidenta,
It's
she got in there. So the investment will fund at least 20 films and series in Mexico through 2028, which, $1 billion, 4 years. It's okay, the peso goes a long way. And then Netflix will also invest $2 million to upgrade Churubusco Studios in Mexico City. So, it's kind of giving hub. It's giving like Universal Studios Mexico, And then Netflix, they have a strong relationship with Mexico since 2011, producing films like Roma, like, Bardo, Pinocchio. So just all of this contributes to like the economic growth in Mexico. And also thinking about it, like those Mexican stories, those Mexican horror stories, and just in general stories, like they have so much character, so much depth. We need something like that. We need something interesting. I'm tired and bored of these like vanilla, lame stories, or the stories that they try to produce, like Emilia Perez, that are not Mexican stories, not by Mexican creators, you know? It's like, give us something that by Mexicans, for Mexicans, by Latinos, for Latinos, you know? Mm-hmm. What do you guys think?
No, yeah, go ahead.
I definitely agree. I think we're craving film that actually represents us. And I think also, you know, it's a different experience being born there and living away, or, you know, we all have different experiences as Latinos. And I think, what's out there right now doesn't represent all of us the way we'd like it to. So I hope that this works and contributes to a better representation.
I mean, they're throwing $1 billion.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. With a B.
Also, I love the fact that like Mexico and, you know, Latin America is not getting a lot of love right now. So it's nice that Netflix is like, hey, all right, like I have your back. Like I want to see you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So.
No, yeah, I mean, there was a show I used to watch on Netflix, and it's specifically Netflix Mexico. It was Club de Cuervos.
Yeah.
And so again, like you said, it's kind of like if you think about it, what's the show with the Ted Lasso, before Ted Lasso. And again, it wasn't like cocaine, it wasn't all the drug lord stuff. It was just like, yo, this guy owns a soccer team, the crazy desmadre that happens in Mexico, so I think those kinds of stories and entertainment is definitely very welcome.
Let's see. I know we did a post on it. There was a lot of comments. A lot of people reacted to this news. July said, "Can they please be genuine, authentic Mexican stories by Mexican storytellers? Thank you." Mm-hmm. Completely agreed.
Period.
Yeah.
Nothing to say. Nothing to add.
Can't be an outsider. It has to be someone in the mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, this one. All right. So always Astini. I don't know. I hope I pronounced that right. Only for them to cancel whatever show after a season or two.
Oh, no. I mean, those are like...
Devil's advocate, it's like people don't, like out here at least, right? It's like they want the Latino shows, but sometimes they don't watch them. And I don't know if also Netflix also doesn't like put the right marketing dollars and promo behind it. So it's kind of both sides, but it's like once you find out about the show, post about it on your stories, like make it known so that way they don't cancel it.
And then don't come for me, but a lot of like Latino shows they make, they can be a little cheesy sometimes. Like they don't tell like the real stories. Like they're like, you know, they're a little too whitewashed sometimes, fabricated. Thank you. So I feel like if there's something real that resonates with people, like it won't get canceled after a second season or after a first season.
Facts.
Someone else said that this was the Emilia Perez apology.
Yo, they said it, not us.
I'm just saying the timing of everything couldn't be more of a coincidence.
I mean, if that's an apology, I'll take it, you know?
Hey, that's true.
Give me $1 billion.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, it's cheap. $1 billion.
Us Netflix users deserve some of that apology, you know?
Give me a
Can we get a cut?
Reparations.
Can we get a free membership?
Yes. Can you lower your
your tears?
Can I share my account with like 10 other people? Bring that back.
Bring that back.
Oh man. Okay, and we have one more here from Hola Mexico. Think twice about this. They are destroying the cinemas in Mexico. The entire film distribution arm will be hurt badly, and Mexican cinema will become more and more in line to what Netflix controls.
Oh, so they're going.
That's a good point too.
The different way. They're looking at it with different eyes. Like they're gonna monopolize Mexican cinema.
You think? I feel like I hope the production companies in Mexico would still have enough of a say to like, no, like we get what you're. I'm sure Netflix will have some say.
Of course.
But these guys are be the ones driving the conversation. Like, no, we're gonna do this because this story of this creator that you guys don't know anything about is near and dear to our community. Let us cook.
Yeah.
I hope.
Crossing my fingers. But that's a good point, though, La Mexico.
It is because, I mean, the Cinepolis over there, bro, the whole, honestly, their movie experience over there is much better than here.
Yeah.
And maybe just because I'm paying in pesos, I'm more inclined to go spend. But like here in the US, like, bro, $30 for this mid experience. You know, Cinepolis VIP.
Everything large.
Everything
Alejos in Mexico, everything large.
Super
everything large.
Everything large.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This is a good point, though, because it could go both either way.
Yeah.
And let me say, as a Colombian in the room, I'm not Mexican. I love Mexican culture. I love Mexican stories. Mm-hmm. But I do hope this is, you know, their first of many investments to other countries that, you know, Latinos aren't a monolith. many other Latam countries have stories to tell. And I think Hollywood often thinks Mexico is all representing, and that is not accurate, you know?
Yeah.
There's different cultures, different people, and so many different stories to tell. So I think this starts a precedent of starting these investments and normalizing them.
True.
Because obviously this time around, it was a huge deal. It made tons of news. But I hope it's normalized very soon.
Yeah, I mean, not to be like, I'm a Disney adult, I'm sorry, but like Disney, I think they're doing okay with that. Like Encanto, they did Coco, which again, 2 different countries. They've shown love to the Asian community as well with Turning Red and other little shorts. So
Yeah,
I feel like, you know, Netflix, like, hey, you know what? Like, if we're gonna fund this, like, cool. Show, like, again, so hopefully, this is hopefully only the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're dipping their toe, and then they're gonna see how people react.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whew. Man.
Well,
What?
I think
They're telling us to go?
I think our time is up. I think that
Wow.
we've gotta move on.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us today live for mitú Daily. Give yourselves a hand. Is that right? Yeah. And we'll be back on Wednesday. Same time, guys?
Same time.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so 11 a.m.
We'll be
Wednesday with the latest.
Yeah, and if you're with us on TikTok, be sure to go check out mitú.tv for more Mitú Daily. We actually have a ton of episodes and segments, more than you might think. We're more than just the social clips you see online, so you should go check them out. There's a lot of good stuff there. So we got our queen Gabriela Bandy back on the show. Welcome.
I'm back. Thank you for having me.
How have you been?
You just couldn't get enough of me, I know.
No, we can't. We love having you on.
I've been good. You know, how have you been?
Good. Aquí
Yeah.
nomás, you know, the show, work, and mental health. How's your mental health been? Good.
I mean, shoot.
Girl,
How's your
we're going
mental health?
We're getting in there.
I feel like everybody's kind of dealing with just everything that's going on
Yeah.
around the world. It's scary out there, but you know, just trying to be positive and
Yeah, it's tough. This year has been crazy. There's so much going on. We actually saw your TikTok about dealing with ICE growing up.
As someone who has been detained by ICE when I was a child, I was 11 years old, I can tell you firsthand that they do not like us. I sat down with my baby brother on my lap. He was not even a year old. And I heard ICE agents speaking about me and saying horrible things about me. One of them yelled at me from afar and called me stupid.
yeah, recently I made that video because of everything going on, and I just feel like there's a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of like give a little bit of light to what it really is to someone that has actually lived it. There's not really an easy way to say like or have these conversations without it getting serious because it is like a serious matter. But yeah, I was 11 years old when I came, and toda mi familia, like we were detained by ICE at the border.
Wow.
Like as soon as we had crossed. It's an experience where as a kid, you know, you look up to like, you know, cops, and at least for me, I couldn't tell the difference between a cop or a nice agent. Like to me, they're the same thing.
And you were so little, like you were probably like super confused as what's going on. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, just getting kind of like mistreatment for no reason. Like I think at that age, I didn't really understand why. But now that I get older, I understand that it's like a way deeper problem that, you know, some people just are misinformed and they grow up with this misconception about, I don't want to say all immigrants, but I would say specifically Latinos, we get it a little bit the most, which is a little bit interesting because they're immigrants from all over the world.
All over the world. It's crazy.
I feel like there's a disconnect, right? So a lot of people think that they want to deport like the criminals, right? But what we all need to understand is that when they're saying criminals, and I'm saying like the government, they mean anyone who came here illegally. They consider that as a crime.
Yeah.
So they consider you a criminal, whether you're a good standing citizen and you're paying your dues and paying your taxes and going to work and doing all of that. They're still seeing you as a criminal because of the fact that you either entered illegally or you stayed. I think too many people try to look at the laws as a black or white situation. when you kind of can't lack the empathy when it comes to that, because there's a reason why all these people are coming here. Like, these people they're literally escaping some of the worst conditions that anyone can live through. And so when they're coming here, and they're coming here with, you know, all the energy to do right, to get a better future, to do this, like, people want to dismiss that and say there's a legal way, there's a right way. Like,
how long does that take?
Exactly. And then
these people don't have time.
There isn't really any legal way, right? Even the asylums that, you know, like, you could come and seek asylum, they completely shut that down right now. Yeah. At some point, you have to ask yourself, is it really about coming here legally? Yeah. Or is it really about not wanting Latinos to be in the country? Yeah. Some people, they do think like, no, they're just deporting the, you know, rapists and murderers and all this. But it's like, no, to them, they're gonna deport that 5-year-old that came with his mom. Yes. Like, that's a criminal to them. And it's really important that people understand that, because then you can have more people on, I don't want to say our side, but almost like our side, you know? And I try really, really hard to not get upset about this situation. And that when I do have conversations with people, I try to do it in a respectful way so that they do hear me out, because the goal at the end of the day is for them to really understand where I'm coming from.
Were you aware of like your rights when interacting with ICE officers, or like you were just kind of like, No, definitely not. I think especially when you're in an immigration center, you feel like you have no rights. I mean, you're literally being yelled at. You're being told to go over there. They're intimidating you by their authority and like that power play. Yeah. So I feel like in that moment, especially when you're a kid, like, what am I gonna do against, you know, these individuals that are like have so much power over me? Definitely. I can't even imagine like how scared you were. And so how have these experiences that you've had played a role in how you speak about what's going on? Like,
I think my experience just allows me to share it with other people. I think that has a lot of power. A lot of the times when I'm seeing the rhetoric around immigrants, I feel like it's so unfair, and the least that I could do is share my experience with other people.
Why do you think it's important to share videos like the video that you made on your platform? Why do you think it's important? Why others?
Because we have to talk about it. We have to be loud about it. We have to keep informing people. Sometimes, and we live in our little bubble and we think like, well, people know, but no, people do not know. I promise you, people do not know. They're not educated. Not many people take the time to really learn. So if they're spending their hours scrolling on TikTok, might as well be your video where you're educating and sharing a story. Exactly. And I will also urge people, because especially influencers, I know many of them, they're scared to like say anything. One, because I know some brands might not want to work with you. And two, because they're like, I don't know what to say. I don't feel super educated to talk about the matter. And you really don't have to be. Like, as long as you're just sharing a story and speaking the way that you speak from your heart. Sometimes I think even just like for me, like, I'm not a lawyer. I can't sit here and tell you that I know every law, but I can tell you and about my experience. Of course. And that alone is already like educating you to understand what it's like for an immigrant.
It's good that you spoke up. But thank you so much, Gabriela. We appreciate you having you on the show. Let's give her another round of applause, guys.
You guys are like my friends now.
I love you. And then if you want to link your social handles or where people can follow you.
Yeah, it's at Gabriela Bandy everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Where I am.
Awesome.